And another thing I realized too with people who like me, like we become friends, and then that's why I can't do it too. I will stop liking you, but you will still like me and still be hitting on me. Like I've had that on so many occasions where men are hitting on me and we're supposed to be friends and we're supposed to be platonic, and it's making me uncomfortable. Now I don't want to be friends with you.
Well, if it's somebody that you liked or like had something with, it's just like a flirty friendship. It's not necessarily like a real one.
What a flirty friendship? You guys get kind of bullshit that is?
I just made that up. I just made that
flirty friendship. The fuck? Said flirty friendship. Like, what are you talking about? Anyway, you definitely lost me. Anyway, hey y'all, welcome to another episode of the Heard You Sis podcast. This is your girl Dany,
and it's your girl Kils,
and this is episode number 18. I think we're getting close to our third year, and we're really excited to be back with you guys. So I'm going to start off with how's my week? Because, girlfriend over here, doing some makeup.
I'm just putting on lip gloss. They was dry.
They was crunching up like SpongeBob?
They was never crunchy.
I need it.
Yeah, it never get crunchy, but it was, it's a little dry.
How was my week?
Yeah.
My week was kind of funny. Was like up and down. Ultimately, I'm definitely in a really good space, mentally, financially, emotionally. It's a little bit like, but for the most part, like, I think that, this week was, pretty, I guess, eye-opening, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
How was your week?
It was good. I had a good week. Mentally and physically, it's been good. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of weird, but it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I feel like this week was weird because it was like Valentine's Day week, so it's like I feel like Valentine's Day makes shit a little weird.
You think so?
I do, because
I don't know. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like Valentine's Day, like I said in the last episode, I said it was going to be a regular day for me, and it literally felt like a regular day for me. I was like barely on social media, nothing. So like
same,
it really like
same.
I didn't really go out for real. So it's kind of like I'm lying. I mean, I went out. I went out for Valentine's Day, but it didn't feel like Valentine's Day to me. It just felt like.
Yeah,
I don't know. Went out to
it wasn't
dinner.
really like
I had a good time.
Just went out hanging out with some friends. Yeah,
I got flowers. And that was it.
Yes.
Like nothing too, too crazy. But like it was a good week though. I would say that overall I had a good week. I think that's really it.
Yeah. So we're gonna jump right into the episode with What's the Word, and I want to talk about this show called Pop the Balloon. Right, it's an African show. You guys been seeing it all over social media about like when a girl walks in a room and a guy's in there, he has to say if he likes
it. Is it
her.
necessarily an African show, or did it originate in Africa?
I don't know where.
I feel like I see American people.
Pop the Balloon is or single. I can't remember what the name of it is, but the one that I'm specifically talking about is the one in Africa, because it's like a lineup of girls and they have balloons, or guys. Either one is each sex, and you have like a line of girls. They're all dressed up. Some of them look a bit crazy. Some of them look decent, and some of them look amazing. Same thing with the guys. Some of them look good. You get a very mixed.
Okay.
Very mixed. And sometimes you look at like you came on this show like this, like you do think that to yourself. But of course, culturally, it's different. So you can't really like have the same kind of, I guess, thoughts about looks and stuff.
Okay.
So in the show, she'll say, like, this lady will come and say, it depends on who it is. Single ladies, show yourself. And when the person walks in the room, depending on how they look and present themselves, whatever man is on the line, if they're attracted to them or not, will pop the balloon.
Okay. This is a woman coming out.
I'm giving an example of a woman, right?
Okay, yeah.
Say a woman comes out, she looks kind of crazy, like, she looks decent, but she looks kind of crazy to me. Like, say she looks crazy to me. She comes out, and I'm standing there, and I see her come out, and I just go, boop. some guys be ODing, having a balloon, biting that shit. Some guys be like crushing that shit.
Just being extra.
Extra. And what the lady will do then is bring the girl to the guy who pops the balloon first. That's what she'll do
The
first.
pop balloons mean that you're
not interested.
Yeah, that's chaotic, but go ahead.
Very.
Because why you coming to come to me?
But I tell you, it's very problematic. Yeah. It's problematic.
Because I saw one, but it was an American version, and she went like the guy. It was a guy, and it was a female, and she basically, he came up to her or whatever, and I noticed that this is different from the one with a rating one, with a guy sitting in like the green screen where it's all around white. Yeah. And then the guys are just sitting on the chair and they like pass or go this way, go left, or whatever the case may be.
This one is in
so
your
this
face.
one is different, and I also noticed that the energies are different. Like if somebody, like they're okay with the rejection, if that makes sense. I never saw anybody like go off on anybody like, yeah, da, da, da. Like it's like you kind of know what you're getting yourself into.
Right.
Because like, go ahead.
But I'm telling you, the African niggas are different. When I tell you they're ruthless, the bitches are ruthless.
Niggas, this bitch was ruthless too. She was like, you look like my brother. You sound like my brother. Like, I would never date you. Like, look at your outfit. It's mad childish. Shit, she was going in. And he was like, okay, I respect it, and moved on.
You see, but
most niggas in them like, yeah, fuck you too, bitch.
The African one is crazy. When I tell you, like, this one guy, girls popped. I'm not gonna lie, he looked disheveled. Like coming on here with your t-shirt hanging out from under your button up. Like, come on, you look crazy.
Yeah.
Your sneakers is all broken up. Your outfit don't match. Like, you just look crazy. So, got the balloon popped. And when I tell you he's reading bitches, they go up to the guy. They go up to the girl and like, oh, why you didn't like him? You could already see it on his face that he's about to tear this bitch. Yeah. No, this is the girls. The girls is lining up.
Okay.
And
these are the ones that don't like him.
The pop the balloon is don't like him. So she's going up to the people that don't like him first.
Okay.
So she go up to him and he goes up to her and she's like, why don't you like him? Because he has dreads, his clothes is untamed, he's a nightlife worker, and I'm an engineer. It just we're not aligned, blah, blah, blah. ODN. Do you see a hair? Do you see your shirt? You got that shirt from Primark. Like, say you have Primark. Yeah. You got that shirt from Primark. Or your shoes, they all matched up. When I tell you they're eating each other up. But I can say, when the guys are on the line and a girl comes out, they're less ruthless. But they're still fucking ruthless. They will say, like, your skin color is not matching. Like, they bleaching. Or your hair is not good. Or your hair don't look good. Or your outfit is not cute. Or whatever. And they do be bleaching. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. The toe knuckles, the finger knuckles, the hairline, the ears, around the lips. Y'all, get some Keraglow or something.
Yo, there used to be a FedEx driver. I used to come to the job. And I used to be like, bro, his hands was fucking dark skin. His face was wild light skin.
And that's what she said.
That's two different people. Like,
he said you got 3 different colors on, and I'm just like, they're But the girl, and then the girls are more ruthless because when the single girl comes out and see the guy, she's like, even sometimes the guy who keeps the balloon, they will pop their balloon and say, yeah, he's not my type. Boop, and pop his balloon, even if everybody on the line has already popped their balloon for you. And you know what? I don't blame them. But I just feel like, for me, if I ever went on that show, if a nigga don't like me, you think I'm about to sit there and be like, oh, there's one girl that went on there and I loved her. She was just like, okay, I'm just not for you. He's eating her up. Okay. He's eating her up. Okay. And I was like, he was really mad that she was not giving him the attention that he thought that he should get.
I'm not going on no show like that. Because I'd be done tussle with that nigga.
No, because
why are we doing all of this? Like, just say you don't like how, like, so, all right, this is ways to say things where you're not rude. Like the girl example I told you about with the girl when she was doing too much or whatever. I just felt like, come on, just say you're not interested. You didn't like his style of dressing. It doesn't align with yours. And that would have been it. Like, look, I'm not a fashionista or nothing, but I just don't feel like I like your style of dress.
Like,
simple.
Like
you can say it nice without being like
the same
nasty.
thing with like when Santana went on there. He was like, "Oh, these bitches don't got no lashes, no nothing." I'm just like, why is that the beauty standard? Like the standard of wearing lashes. She was a pretty girl in the face. She looked very clean. Her hair was done. Her outfit was makeup. She didn't have no makeup on. Okay. Like, come in here with no makeup. Some people don't like makeup. Some people don't want that. Some people want to present as themselves. And if you can't love me as myself, that's fine. But
I'm going to say this about the whole makeup thing. I just feel like sometimes there are moments that call for makeup.
Yes, I do. I agree.
And I don't find that it's wrong that you go on a show where somebody's rating your looks and appearance, then you go on there without makeup. I don't see that not being a problem.
For me, I wouldn't tear somebody down about it.
Hell no.
I wouldn't say, y'all bitches not coming in here with lashes. Y'all got no makeup on. Y'all bitches don't got no BBLs. What?
No, all right. So look, say we went to the club, right? Say we went to the club.
I'm talking about tearing people down. I'm not talking. I agree with you. There are environments in which, like, you gotta wear makeup. Like, you feel like you want to put on an outfit.
I'm not saying you have to, because nobody has to do anything, but I do think it's like...
No. I'm just saying, like, I get what you're saying, like, 100%.
Yeah.
Get what you are saying in regards to...
But I should feel comfortable to come on a dating show without makeup. I should feel comfortable.
I should feel comfortable without feeling like I have to be like...
Because you here to want me for me, right? What's the problem?
What's the problem?
What is the problem with me having a bare face?
That was the whole... And all I wanted to say about that rating show is that, like, I wouldn't go on there, and I don't think people should go on there, because at the end of the show, at the end of the day, like if you, what are you looking for? Validation? Like, what is the point of going on this show? Because if somebody pops their balloon and say they're not interested in you, you want to argue them down. Why are you arguing them down? Do you care that much about what you're saying? Like, oh, you get your shoes from this place or that place. Okay, like, all right, I'm not your type. Like, the first thing I would say is, like, why are you tearing me down because you're not my type? Okay, move on. Next, like, I'm not gonna...
There's somebody right down there who ain't pop no bubbles.
Nobody
go to that
ain't
bitch.
pop no bubbles down there.
Right.
Go, literally. Like, so, with the show, all I want to say is that the men were a little bit lighter, but they was just as harsh. Like, the men and the women were harsh, and I just feel like, if you don't like something, don't like it. You don't have to tear it down in the process because you don't like it.
I feel that. So look, okay, so this woman said, we're moving on, by the way, if you guys didn't know. So this woman said, I was in Nordstrom's looking for something to wear. And say you the woman.
I'm the woman.
Okay. I'm looking for something to wear, and a roach was crawling on the ground. A lady started screaming and then looked at me and said, did you bring that in here?
Oh, the first thing I was, she was black. She black?
There's no skin color that was put on here, but you know,
Okay.
you probably it was probably a black woman and a white lady, but
we're not gonna assume. We're gonna leave that out. If somebody looked at me and said, "Did you bring that in here?" I would say, "Bitch, you got me fucked up." Bitch, do I look like I bring roaches in places? The fuck out of here! Like,
yo,
I had a situation like that. I was on the train, right? I'm sitting on the train. I really don't like to touch people, and I really hate when people sit close to me on the train. I'll put my bag next to me. About this far. We see my phone is at. This is how far the person is from me. So I'm sitting down or whatever, and I see something from the corner of my eye, and I see a roach crawling on a lady's leg. So I try to, like, scoot over. I'm not trying to make her feel uncomfortable. I'm trying to be kind to her. She scoot over or whatever. And I see it start crawling up her arm, and I'm like, okay, she's not close to me. I'm gonna keep it pushing. Next thing you know, the roach start, like, getting close, and I said, Miss, you got a roach on you. I tried to say it as low as possible. Miss, you got a roach on you. She jumps up. She's like, what? She said, Miss, calm down. And the train is packed now, so she getting up jumping, and I'm like, calm down, Miss.
and you better relax yourself for that shit come on me.
Right.
Yeah.
I said, calm down. Stay right there. I'm going to dust your jacket so it can try to drop on the floor. Get it off.
I would have moved.
I said,
Yeah,
no,
keep
she
that
got
on
up.
you.
She got up. She stood up, and she got up, and it's rubbing, and I kind of, like, knocked it off, and it went on the ground. Everybody now sees the roach crawling. And she's like, I don't know where that came from. Miss, that shit crawled out of your pocket.
Yeah,
I saw
I think it's very rare for roaches to be crawling on you, and it didn't come.
Roaches
from you.
don't crawl in the train station.
Yeah, like, that's so
They come
rare.
from, like, you.
And I'm not saying the train station isn't a crazy place, because it could have been under the seat and it crawled up under.
I never seen a roach in the train station. I
Me
seen some
neither.
rats,
Me
but
neither.
roaches, I ain't never seen them in the train station. I think they like to be a little warm. I think roaches like to be cuddled and warm and in packs. I don't think they just strategically run
they
away.
like mess. I know that, but I don't know if they like to be cuddled. But
No, I'm just saying, like, they like places that are, like,
warm, confined spaces. Okay.
spaces. They don't just be running out in front of, like, just like ants. You don't just see ants running everywhere. You don't.
That's true. They in corners.
They in corner, like, they're trying to survive.
If it was me, I would have been like, I would have leaned in and I would have been like, you got me fucked up. And I would have made her embarrassed. I'd have been like, oh my God, why you got so many roaches on you? What the fuck? Like, what's going on? I would have moved. Yeah.
No, seriously.
And I would
like,
look back at her like, yeah, checkmate, bitch.
No, but honestly, like
that wasn't for me. That wasn't for me. But you tried to embarrass me.
You tried to play. Did you bring that in here? No,
I know
she probably brought it in here.
I know
she
for
probably
fact
did. Because I would have never thought that somebody brought. I would never looked at the person next to me.
And this is why I wanted to know the skin color, because I'm just saying.
Like, you don't just be. I would never think to ask somebody like, oh, did you bring that in here? Like when the lady had the roach on the train, I knew she brought it in there, and all I said was, "Miss, you got a roach on you."
But yeah, you want to try to embarrass me, bitch?
Please.
I'm the wrong one. We would have kept going. I would have popped up like, oh my god, there's like 3 roaches on you. Walked away.
There's like 3 roaches on you. No, but honestly, like that's rude. But
no, I think it's rude, and I think how you handled your situation is I think that was nice and commendable.
I was trying,
even as she was still like
it's
doing the most.
You see,
but y'all both, nobody had to be embarrassed. Had she just took heed, and she would have got up and like lightly
and I tried
dusted
to calm her down,
it
but
off or
was
whatever.
like, calm down, miss. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to stay still so I can knock it off your jacket. I don't want you walking around with other roaches. Next thing you know, your roach jump on somebody else's jacket. Now they bringing that roach home, and now they got roaches. Because all you need is one fucking roach.
Yo, I am fucking dead. And don't let it be pregnant, bitch. It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
You see one roach, you got more, baby.
But yeah, I thought that was wild, though. I did.
I definitely think that's wild. So since Carnival just passed.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I saw so many people looking so good.
So beautiful. But I've heard this from a lot of people, and I want to make this known. I'm not going to lie. Tribe, Yuma, and Bliss, y'all are ODing with prices. Y'all asking for $3,000 for a 1-day experience. Y'all are bugging. Y'all bugging the fuck out. I don't care how much liquor, no. And I'm not gonna lie, the experience is great. It's supposed to be like a high class experience and stuff like that. But y'all OD.
Not.
It's
really like, let's be real. It's not
the
supposed to
costumes
be
falling apart. I'm not saying that y'all costumes always fall apart, but I'm saying if gems are gonna stay on for the rest of my life, great. But gems are not. Gems are falling off on the road. The backpacks be hurting. They're not comfortable. You're on okay, unlimited liquor and unlimited food. That's great. And for the costume, that's great. But that's too much, because you can go somewhere, not even in New York, when they make premiere costumes, are the costumes more like $1,000. But you're talking about $2,000, $3,000 for a midline. I mean, $1,000 for a midline or a backline. That's crazy. That's no back piece. That's not like premiere. That's not like, you're not even getting on the floats.
I'm gonna be honest though. As a Caribbean, you know what I'm saying? Someone from Caribbean descent, and someone who has been around like Carnival, I just, even I have paid, and I just sometimes think it's too much.
It's too much.
Like, the costumes are literally like a little DIY little project, right? And
I wouldn't even knock it to that, because it's a craft. I would say that they're crafting.
Okay, and it should, no lie, the materials that you using, they not top tier. Like, so whether it's a craft or not, you're not using the highest quality of product. You're not using Swarovski crystals. My nigga, you using gems from from fucking Michaels. Let's be fucking for real. And a few feathers from offline from one of these sites. Like, the most your shit is probably gonna be is probably like $200 for the supplies. And you and then all the work you have to put in to create that costume, I'ma say even $500. But $1,000 is crazy.
I don't even think $1,000.
I paid $1,000, so I know I'm talking crazy, but I paid it.
I don't think $1,000 is crazy. What I think is crazy is when y'all getting into the $1,800, $2,000, $2,000 fucking dollars for a costume.
But let's be real. When you make $1,000 okay, when it was never okay, that's when you open the door for bullshit like that.
2,000, and you're right. But honestly, like, the thing is that people will pay. But I understand, like. And I understand y'all want people who are exclusive to do this and everything, but that's not fair. But people want to, and I understand you pay for exclusivity, and I get it. You can't afford it, but I'm just saying, like,
why are we paying for exclusivity on a carnival? This is a free open road. They didn't pay for this road. They got a permit, a free permit to open this road up. And it's a cultural thing. We know this is happening every year. There's nothing special to be had. The only things that are happening that are like that need to be paid for outside of the costume is liquor, the actual truck, and people are and food. And maybe you paying a DJ and maybe the driver of the fucking truck. But that's about it. Those are like...
And I understand these mass camps have like huge, like, you know, they have thousands of people and they have like multiple trucks and stuff like that. But I just feel like it's kind of rape now, because even the parties in Trinidad, $150, no food, just alcohol or no alcohol. Okay, great. I understand that. And it's just Trinidad Carnival is great and wonderful, but y'all cannot be raping people. To go to Trinidad Carnival, a flight alone, $1,500 to get into a hotel, and then you still have Monday Mass. You still got to buy an outfit for Monday Mass.
But let's be real. If 300 people buy one costume, right? This is just one costume. 300 people buy the same costume, and they pay $1,000 a piece. That's $300,000. You think that it took that much to make them costumes?
No, I don't think it takes that much.
Do you think that that's not enough to cover liquor? You think that's not enough to cover the employees?
So you see, some things I understand. Liquor is not,
because they weren't always charging $1,000. They weren't. So that means that they were able to sustain without that $1,000.
You got to remember inflation. Inflation right now.
Well, no. I'm not saying that, but quadruple the price.
That's where I'm at with it. It's not about,
3 years ago it was like $1,000, and like I said it once again, I thought that's a little bit too much, but I felt like
for Frontline, so you're gonna pay $1,000 for Frontline.
Was that Frontline?
We were Frontline. We never played Backline or Midline. We always played Frontline.
I feel like I played Midline.
We didn't play Midline. We played Frontline because we always had we played Frontlines with Backline backpacks.
With midline backpack.
Yeah,
because I was like,
the thing is that, and I love that you guys.
I was like, yo, I'm never getting that big ass Big Bird backpack. I'm sorry.
Them shit is heavy too.
Shit is too much. I can't even enjoy myself. At one point, I tossed my shit to the side.
Definitely tossed it to the side. But the thing is that that's all I'm saying is that, like, people want to come and enjoy these experiences and have a great time, and I understand it shouldn't be like super cheap, and I understand that there are things that have to be paid for and stuff like that, but y'all are getting out of line.
And then already, let's think about it, like, be courteous. These people that are going or whatever, you still got to pay the flight. The flights to Trinidad always like $1,000.
The hotels, you got to
the hotels around. That's probably the cheapest thing.
I'm telling you, Trinidad Carnival is like a $5,000 trip. It's like between costumes, between hotel, between parties. That's a $5,000 trip, and that's not spending money.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you being in the Caribbean community, and I don't know if you guys know this or know people. There are so many people that go to Carnival every year and don't be paying their rent, don't be paying their bills, just to go to Carnival. Just to go to fucking Carnival, my nigga. And it is not okay. It is not okay. Just provide an experience where people can enjoy shit. I'm not saying let's provide for the irresponsible, but I'm just saying, like, let's provide an experience where you're having a good time, you make money, you make a profit, maybe a little something for next year, whatever the case may be, and everybody's happy.
Yeah,
I don't see why.
But it's greed. That's what it is. It's always going to be greed.
Because when we went to Carnival, I would say, like, we paid for liquor, and food, and then they had like a tent that had different things. Like, they had massages, they touched your makeup up, and they had like a little area where like fans were blowing down on you so people could get like air. That made it seem like, okay, this is worth it.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is that a lot of people pay also because they want to be in a band with the celebrities, but the celebrities don't even fucking talk to you. They don't touch you.
Oh, people do that?
Yes, that's why.
I don't give a fuck about no band.
Yeah, like those. I
give a fuck about how the costume looks.
Those bands that I mentioned are the top bands in Trinidad, so they're the top bands. To be the top bands, a lot of the celebrities are with those top bands. Like, even with like, you see what I used to love with Rihanna when she used to go to Carnival. When Rihanna used to go to Carnival, she used to switch the bands that she was with. If she would this year she would do this year she would do this year she would do this. I haven't seen her do anything in the last couple of years, but when Crop Over came, she would, like.
Do you think there's an age limit on Carnival?
No, I don't think there's an age limit on Carnival. Do I think that people should, this is not gonna sound good, I'm not even gonna say it. Do I think that people should be mindful during carnival? Yes. Mindful of things that may not be appropriate.
I feel like I know what you're getting at, but I'm just let it rot out. I think that I'm not saying that there's an age limit, but I can't see myself 40 years old palancing on the parkway. I'm sorry.
Not on a parkway, but I could see myself palancing in a party.
Yeah, party. But I'm saying, like, I don't want to go to carnival to do what?
But you know,
carnival parties.
Carnival is different. Like, I feel like Labor Day is like just like it's like the bottom of the barrel. Bottom of the barrel.
I'm not really talking about, because I keep saying the parkway, but I'm just saying, like, on the road, whatever y'all want to call it.
I mean, I could see myself at 40 going to a carnival, but I don't know if I would be doing it like how I would be doing it at 31.
It would be modified.
It would be modified. Like, I could see myself in a cute costume on the road for a good part of the day and just be like, yeah, I'm over this. I'm out of here. Like,
at this point, say you got a kid now. You know what I'm saying? You bring them out with their little shirts or something, but it's not for me anymore. That's how I feel. I feel like at a certain point, it's just not for me anymore.
Yeah. So I don't know. So since we're talking about kids, how do you feel about kids with no kids, people with no kids, speaking on things that have to do with people who have kids?
I don't have any kids, so I like to tread very lightly about the things that I say about people and their kids. I may have my own opinions on things, but for the most part, I keep it to myself. But I don't feel like I shouldn't be able to say anything because I don't have a kid. Like, I don't think that should be a thing. And maybe we should, like, speak to somebody who has kids and ask them. But I personally think I can give an opinion. I'm a human being. Just because I don't have a kid doesn't mean that I don't. And some things I need enlightenment on. What about you?
I feel like you should be able to share your opinion whether you have kids or not, because just because you don't have kids doesn't mean you haven't raised one or you don't have insight about how children move. You can be a child therapist and not have any children. You can be someone who observes very well and notices. And I know a lot of people who have kids and that are not good parents. So with that being said, before they had kids, they didn't have an opinion. They got kids and they still are not good parents. So, for example,
would you tell somebody that?
If they weren't a good parent? No, I'm not gonna lie. I would not tell somebody that.
And I feel the same.
That's opinion that I should keep to myself because maybe they think they're doing a great job. It's not my business. But like that lady who brought her son into Walmart with no clothes on, that is an obvious thing. You have a kid, I have no kids, but this child has nothing on. It's obvious. It's
cold outside. This is common sense.
I would be cold as a full-grown adult. So as a child who can't really speak up for themselves, they should, like, somebody should speak up.
And they did, and it's a beautiful thing because the story ended up her having multiple kids in the home.
All of them suffering.
So who knows what they going through? Good thing she did bring him out like that.
All of the kids, she left the young kids at home. That's the crazy thing.
But I'm glad she brought him out like that because nobody would have ever known.
Nobody would have ever known. And people probably do know, but don't say anything. Like, I seen a post on on Twitter, because, I love me some Twitter. I've seen a post on Twitter with this girl who had a pad on her child and put tape around the pad to make a diaper. And somebody was like, yo, I need y'all to stop fucking having kids if y'all cannot afford it. You can't afford diapers, bro? You telling me you can't take 2 minutes to get up out of whatever you're doing and go get a diaper? Because, like, how do you even run out of diapers? They're like panties. Like, when you running out the last 3 or 4.
They literally like pads.
No, they're like pads, but I'm saying, like, they're panties for kids. Like,
yeah.
They're underwears for kids. So I'm just like
panties for kids.
But I'm just saying, like, when you have one panty left, you got them one panties left.
It's
so
damn, I gotta do some laundry.
Right. But and for me, I never run out of panties because once I get down to like 15 panties, I'm like, damn, these not even my favorite panties.
I know, right? It starts getting critical. I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple times I done bought panties. So it's like, yo, I gotta give it another week till I wash clothes. Like,
yeah, and I see that. But I'm saying, like, how you get to the last 5 diapers and don't think, damn, I don't want to get to the last 5 diapers. Like, I understand people have things going on, but you mental know things, and I understand you're busy and shit, but you get to the last
Diapers
diaper and you still don't decide to get, like, you get to the very last diaper and you still don't decide. Let me go to the store and pick up a pack of 10 diapers. I don't see that. That's not good.
And honestly, we in a day and age where you can Uber Eats it. You can DoorDash it. Like, there's so many options. Grubhub. What's the other one? I don't know. But, like, yeah.
You can do everything.
There's so many options to
You can even lift some damn
because maybe you don't have the means to have someone watch
Amazon.
Your kid in that moment.
Like, there's so many things.
Yeah, like, maybe you don't have the means for the kid at the moment or whatever the case may be, where you can't leave them in the house, or maybe you don't want to get them ready to take them because, you can't make quick store runs if it's just you and your baby. That's obsolete.
You may not have no
you have to get them dressed to take them outside, to put them in the car seat or whatever the case may be. You take them out the car seat, go get the diapers. So these are, like, there are conveniences that people have that you can do if you run out of things. So, yeah. You could also call a friend. Hey, girl, can you bring me something? Something.
And even if all else fails, how did you get to the last diaper and think, I would steal fucking diapers at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, they have programs. You don't have to do those type of things. But.
That's what I'm saying. I just don't.
I'm not. I mean, if you can't, I personally feel like I should be able to say something. I have friends with children, and I've never made any comments that they were like, yeah, you out of line. Or like, like I said, I tread lightly. And if my friend said, like, I know somebody who's like, I've said things and they're like, that's not what it is. I don't think you understand. Okay. And I'm not the parent at the end of the day.
Even still,
but it's never
if
nasty.
If I see my friend struggling with their kid, what I do is I would step in, like, yo, what you need help with? Like, if you tell me what you need, okay, cool. Because I'm the single friend, like, got a little bit more money to go around. Like, I'm like, okay, what you need? Okay, cool. I'll buy this for you. Then I'll get it for you. I'll send you the bread. Like, like, once in a blue moon, I'll ask my friends, like, what you need help with. And if I see something that the child needs something, sometimes I'll pick it up and give it to the mom. Like, so it's like, not necessarily always an opinion, but for you, I necessarily don't agree with people saying that you can't have an opinion because you don't have kids. That's so biased. Just like when people say, like, don't take single advice from people who are single. They never been in a relationship.
Word up.
Like,
yeah,
you gotta be like, I understand tread lightly. You gotta be mindful though.
I do think you have to tread lightly. And I do think if you felt like somebody was a terrible parent, you should be able to say that. But I don't know if I don't
have any terrible parent friends.
No, I don't. I don't think I have the right words to say. Like, how do you say? I don't think you say it like that, but like, how do you say that? Like, I don't think I like what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
That's something I would have to seek counsel on.
Yeah, but I'm just saying this to clear the air though. I don't have any friends that are bad parents. They're actually good mamas.
Most of my friends and family are all of my friends and family are good mamas.
And yeah.
So moving right along, Beyonce's coming out with a country album, and
the whites is up in arms, y'all.
Well, they asked to play. What was it? Texas Showdown or something like that. I don't know what the name of the song is.
Hold'em or something.
Texas Hold'em. And somebody requested that they play it on a country rap radio station, and they told them, we don't play Beyonce. And my thought process is, you're a country radio station. It's a country song. Why don't you play country music? Because it's Beyonce? Wow, the salt.
The crazy part is, and I know we in the thick of Black History Month, and I just want to say, this is why I be wanting us to gatekeep our culture, because this wouldn't even be a thing. Country music literally started with Black people. Blues, rhythm and blues. All these things started with Black people, but somehow you feel like even rock, you know what I'm saying? So like,
rock is a take off of blue, not blues. What is it? It's a take off of blues, kind of, with the.
I'm not 100% sure, so I don't know.
Quote me. Let me Google. Let me not.
But I feel like what's the problem with playing a little Beyonce? She's not taking over the country music scene.
Mm-hmm.
They was playing.
No, they scared she is because she has the capability to. She does.
Could, but look, the crazy part about that whole thing is Old Town Road was being played on country music stations.
Because who was on it?
This was before Billy Ray.
They was?
Mm-hmm. He wasn't. I don't think he was on a.
I don't think that country music is completely banning black people. I just think that they don't want people to be able to cross over into country music. Mm-hmm. You see, like K Michelle, she's country music, and they do play her music. She's country music.
Is she?
She's country. She's country music. She does have an R&B album, but she is a country artist.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I ain't never known no shit like that.
Yes.
Not Shake the Table. That one?
Yes, K Michelle.
Get the fuck out of here.
And there's he has like locks, and he's like very dark skinned. Him and his father like did like a country song, and it's going very viral and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that country music.
Nah, but I get what you're saying though. Like they feel like the doors are gonna be open, and it is because Beyonce is very influential. Like
she is. I don't care what nobody says. She is the most influential person in the world right now. They say it's Taylor Swift, but I don't see it.
I don't say Rihanna.
You think Rihanna is?
I think she's more influential.
I think Rihanna is only more influential because she shares more about herself.
Yeah.
That's the only. She's a little bit more personal.
Well, I think Beyonce has learned over the years to like just keep her things to herself because honestly, let's be real, it's a nasty place and a nasty world sometimes. And like sometimes I go in the comments and like some of the comments are funny, but it's like other ones are like, whoa, this was like really mean. Like,
see, hold on, country music.
Yeah, so personally, I think it should be okay for Beyonce to play on country music stations. And if a couple of black people want to, slide in the door after Beyonce get in, I don't see nothing wrong with that either. Like,
so, I'm not even gonna harp on like the origination of country music because I really don't feel like doing that right now. Mm-hmm. I just want to say like, like
I don't know how I feel about the country music, Beyonce in country music.
I mean, honestly, I think she has something to prove, and that's what she's gonna do.
And I'm rooting for her. I am rooting for her. Just because it's not necessarily my forte doesn't mean that I can't root for her.
I think that she's strategic. She's always been strategic, and I think she has a strategy and she has something to prove. And I think the Grammys was just the start of it all. And I commend her for that because honestly, I see her showing a little bit more of her personality now, which is nice. But I do feel like she has a lot of odds stacked against her. So of course, being, keeping stuff on the hush or not being personable or not whatever is a part of what she's had to become. But moving on. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It really is. And since we're on Black History, hi guys, it is Black History Month. We have not mentioned it once since we've been back, and
we mentioned it last week.
We did?
Yes,
we did. I'm sorry, but guess what? I wanted to talk about this because I had a conversation with someone at my job and I had a conversation with one of my best friends about being cultured, and someone was saying to me like, what is like? I was talking to someone at work about Martin Luther King Day because I refuse to work on Black holidays. If I have to take the day off, if I don't get no pay, it's fine.
Me too.
I'm not working.
Especially some Juneteenth. So I ain't gonna lie, I worked a couple Martin Luther King.
I had a coworker ask me, why do we celebrate Martin Luther King Day? I said,
they not black, right?
I said, they not black. I said, the same reason why we celebrate Christopher Columbus Day. I said, Martin Luther King Day is because Martin Luther King paved a lot of way, and he is the reason, one of the main reasons why we have been desegregated as a nation. I said, why do we celebrate Christopher Columbus? That whole entire theory is false. He came here, he killed Indians, we created Thanksgiving.
No, he slaughtered.
No, but I'm saying like he slaughtered, killed, same kind of thing, but massacred, if you want to use a bigger word, like
yeah. I just wanted something more gruesome for the crimes. It seemed a little too calm.
We have Christopher Columbus Day for what? We had Christopher Columbus Day all my entire life. Why the fuck are we just getting Juneteenth 3 years ago? We have so much history. We know so much history about things that are not American history. Why is Black history the last thing that people are knowing, learning, or even absorbing? I said, I know stuff about Genghis Khan. I know stuff about Alexander the Great. I know stuff about Cleopatra. I know stuff about all of these people, but I don't know stuff about people don't know who George Washington Carver is. They don't know who Madam C.J. Walker is. They don't know who created the stoplight. They don't know any of these things. They don't even know the Black national anthem. And that's crazy to me because it's an American thing. So how are we in school?
Girl, they got you riled up.
Yo, it's so frustrating that we learn so much about everybody else's history, and then when it comes time to learn Black history, why do we need to know that? Why are we putting it in history books? It's American history books. What the fuck are you talking about? How are you gonna take real history out of the books?
Honestly, it's our fault. And I just can't even be mad at nobody. Tired of blaming white folks, all this other shit, whatever. We need to pull our kids out of these fucking schools and create our own. That's the only answer. Like, because I know from
or not even that. Teach your kids these things.
No, I don't care to teach nobody but us. That's the problem. We keep worrying about everybody else.
I'm talking about us as Black people. You don't have to take them out of the schools, but make sure you're enforcing that.
No, we need to take them out the schools.
I don't agree because I feel like we do need to learn everybody. I do think that we should learn.
No, I'm not saying we don't, but our school, just like Jewish people have schools, their prime focus is definitely to teach
their
about.
Only focus is to teach about Jewish stuff and Jewish history.
Yeah, but I don't. Let me just finish. Look, it's a prime. The school, they're primarily learning about Judaism.
That's what I'm saying.
And how to conduct themselves within that religion.
They're not learning
and how
about
all these
us.
things. So what I'm trying to say is that why do we keep looking over our shoulder to the white man to teach our kids and our people about our own stuff? And when I say take them out the schools, is because you know who's on those school boards? White people. You know who's making those decisions for your kids and what they learn every year? White people. You know who's making sure that those books, those Black books, get banned and those white ones stay up in the schools? White people. Let's just bring them out. There's no need to bring us all together to hope we gonna figure it out. We tried that already. It didn't fucking work.
I'm not gonna.
And let's move on.
I don't think it's only. I can't lie. I don't only think it's white people. I think it's a combination. I don't think it's Black people, but I think it's a combination of the different races that don't care about our culture.
But that's what
because the person I had a conversation.
Why do they need to care?
They don't need to care. And that's the thing. But that's my point. They want us to care so much about, and I had that conversation, like, just like I educate myself on your stuff because I want to know more, you should do the same. And if you don't care about anybody else's culture, don't come over here trying to absorb my shit.
And that's on us too.
I mean, how is it up? It's not like we try to gate. I try to gatekeep.
You don't try to gatekeep. We got a prime example of Travis Kelce, right? Mm-hmm. He literally rocks the fade. We motherfucking know in the Black community. That's all us. And actually, if you want to throw a little Black history on it, it started with men in the army. Like, those were the cuts that they were getting. So what I'm trying to say is that, like, they kept saying, oh, this is the Travis Kelce cut or whatever the case may be. And he came out and he was just like, yeah, y'all trying to trip me up on February 1st or whatever the case may be. I definitely didn't come out with this haircut. Me personally, you know what I'm saying? You know what would have been an ally move? And this is why I be saying there's no need to, like, look for certain things from people or whatever the case may be. An ally move would have said, look, I think it's disrespectful to put that on me when this is a part of Black culture. And then to make matters worse, you try to bring this up like a couple days before Black History Month, and shame on you. I don't know who wrote that article, but they need to do their research. That's an ally response. I'm not, you know what I'm trying to say? So what do we keep looking for from people? What we keep looking for from people? Ain't nobody jacking off of, nobody's jacking Asian culture like that.
But they definitely getting them.
Nobody's jacking Indian culture.
Can we pause? No, I feel like people are jacking certain cultures, but I don't think people of color, like black people.
No, we are the culture.
That's
be
what I'm saying.
for real.
I'm saying this. I said I don't think that people aren't jacking those cultures. I just don't think black people are jacking those cultures. I think we like our culture. We enjoy our culture and we enjoy what we want. And the people that do not, people who are black and don't enjoy our culture, they have been kind of warped. But I'm saying this, and this is the last thing I'm going to say on hair or anything like that. I find it insane that they have massacred us for having curly hair, coarse hair, crimp hair, and y'all are out here in Asia getting fucking S curls, Jerry curls. Let your soul glow. And you asking your mom to put gel and curls. You're talking about curling solution? Something that we were doing, and the only reason why we were wearing that hairstyle so we can conform to y'all, and now y'all wearing the hairstyle to conform to us? I don't get it. Getting curly. Why you want your hair curly?
I just want y'all to know if I have kids, they getting homeschooled. So if y'all want to jump on that little bandwagon around the time I decide
my kids are probably gonna go to school, but I'm also gonna make sure that they're aware of their culture and they are sure of themselves as people, because I do feel like my children.
I'm not saying they're not gonna ever go to school, but their young life is definitely going to be. And homeschool looks different ways, right? And because people have this notion of you just sitting in the house and your parent teaching you and you're bored as fuck and they just making you food and you're not going outside, you're not interacting with nobody or whatever the case may be. I don't know what the misconception is. There are some homes where people are homeschooled where, like, you know, like say me, you, and another friend live in the same neighborhood. Maybe we do my house Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and a teacher comes in, and then we go over, me, you, and our other friend make up the curriculum and go over it with the teacher. We hire them, and they come on those days or whatever the case may be. Say I work from home, they come to my house or whatever the case may be. But that's 3 kids there, and they're getting homeschooled. There's so many different ways and
of course,
ways that it looks or whatever the case may be.
Absolutely.
But I'm just saying this to say that it also starts at home, and you have to teach your kids these things, because at home is literally the first learning place for kids.
Yeah, it's true. It's so true. I didn't learn Black history until I really really get in depth and really like get to know about like Black history until I went to college. But I can say in my home I learned a lot about Jamaican history, because that's how we were. Like, we learned a lot about like being Caribbean, not only Jamaican history, but just like culturally, like the Caribbean and like stuff like that, like, you know. So,
but imagine your family came from Jamaica and y'all moved to Queens because you're from Queens, and imagine they moved to Queens, and you know there's schools and they're all Black schools. Yeah, you're learning about Caribbean and Black culture,
and that's what happened.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have to worry about what's not being taught and what's being taught, because the schools that I went to that were all Black, I did learn more.
I've always gone to all Black schools. So I feel like not all Black schools, but a very, very condensed populations of African American kids. So I did.
But then also too, like I said about the curriculum, sometimes, you know, they're not.
I'm not saying I didn't learn African.
You didn't learn what you learned in college, and I feel like that, like
African diaspora and stuff like that, like really getting into the nitty gritty of like redlining and stuff like that. They don't put that in history books.
Hell no.
They're not gonna talk about redlining. And just by the way, if you guys haven't watched, you guys should watch the Vince Staples show. I thought it was really good, and he highlighted a lot of stuff in the Black community that is having an issue. But and I
talking about his new show
that just came out on Netflix. It was really, really good. But yeah, like that's how I feel. I just feel like, you know, we should all be learned. If you want me to learn your culture, you should be learning mine. If you don't learn my culture, I really don't give a shit. And that's it.
I feel that.
Yeah. So
do you think that's important? Like if you're dating somebody, that you should have these same type of values?
Yes. I'm sorry. It's gonna sound really harsh. I really don't. I have one type. I have one type.
Okay.
And if you guys can't catch it, sorry.
I'm dying. Speaking of types, I would like if you can rank these in order of importance.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
Personality, loyalty, money.
Oh, we did this a while ago, but it's changed now.
Looks and peen size.
Okay. Uh, I would say because I'm teetering between personality and loyalty to be first because I really have to like the person.
You said personality and what, loyalty?
Personality and loyalty, I'm teetering to see which one is first because they're very high up on my spectrum. But personality, I'm gonna go with personality. No, I'm gonna go with loyalty first, and then personality. Because when somebody is not trustworthy, like I don't give a fuck what your personality is. Like you're just not a trustworthy person, and I will not trust you. When you can't trust somebody, that's it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put loyalty first. I'm gonna put personality. Then you said what was the other ones?
Money, size, and looks.
I'm gonna say.
So it's loyalty, personality, and then what's the third?
Third is I would say probably money.
Okay.
Size and looks. So looks is probably like the very last thing on my list because I think once you I can't personally say that I would like somebody that I'm not attracted to at all. But when I think about dating someone, like I think about like, because honestly, number 3, I'm going to go on money. I'm 32. You having problems with money at this big grown age? I don't. If you can't manage your money, you have a problem. We are too old. I'm not saying that everybody's perfect, but you have to know something about money and how to keep it. Because if you can't keep money, you'll never be good. You have to be able to have some kind of stability. When it comes to size, like I think size does matter. That's why, like, I feel like looks are maybe a little bit later because I feel like if you're not pleasuring me, like, in the way that I want to be pleasured, I don't give a fuck how good you look. You're not satisfying me. And I feel like sex is a huge thing when it comes to relationships. Like, that's what makes people get closer, like you more. Like, I feel like it intensifies the connection.
They didn't say sex. It just said size.
Size. I don't know. Size does matter to me, so I can't lie. Like,
but it's last on the list.
Huh?
But it's last on the list.
No, looks is last on the list.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Looks is last on the list. I don't know. Those are kind of like interchangeable, maybe, because I feel like if you got a good enough size and you know how to work it. I've never had motion in the ocean, so I've never had it, so I can't say motion in the ocean. But I'm just saying, like, if you have, so yeah, that's kind of.
So that's what that is. So it's loyalty, personality, money, size, and looks. Gotcha.
Yeah, you be getting digged down by some broke nigga, you be sad as fuck. That's why dick ain't coming before that. Dick is not coming before stability.
I'ma go with, and I don't want to feel shallow. But I feel like,
go ahead, say you don't have to explain it. Just say how you feel.
Anybody that I've ever like dated, like for real, like I'm attracted to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be attracted to, and not that your looks won't fade and I won't feel the same or whatever the case may be, but I feel like guys be doing shit to you or dogging you out or wilding out and shit like that. And I just, if I'm a cry over a nigga, I want him to be attractive.
But that's
you know what I'm saying?
But you see, that's not the thing. I'm not saying that they aren't attractive. I'm talking about in my process of dating them, personality has to come first. Because
when you first meet them, what if they ugly? But I mean, not ugly. Let's not use that word.
We're not using that.
Say you're
attractive.
They're not attractive, because I might think somebody look good and you might think they not it. Looks are subjective.
Looks are subjective.
And
I'm just going in my mind. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm just going in my mind. There's a threshold that I'm not going past. So,
because I could be like, oh my God, I think he's cute, and my friend be like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, I don't know, but I don't want to say like looks is a thing. So I'm just gonna put that down. If I gave you my number, you had to look like something. So I'm just gonna take that. I'm gonna just take that out there. Okay, let's run it back. If I start to talk to you,
Yeah.
clearly I'm attracted to you. Clearly I'm attracted to you. So I'm gonna go with personality. That's really big for me. Like I need somebody with a personality that aligns with mine.
So it's looks, personality.
No. We said personality is first.
Personality's first.
Personality is number one.
Number one, huh?
Money.
That's number two for you? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We did this a couple years ago, and our answers are completely different now, right?
Because it's not even about you being broke, right? It's about the attitude and the how you act when you don't have it. And I don't need that. Tell you that right now. I don't need that. Stay by your motherfucking self. I say this all the time. Like niggas bully.
A sad, broke nigga is the worst nigga to be with.
Yeah.
That nigga will bring you to the hell with him.
Yeah, he'll drag you there. So I don't want to deal with that or whatever the case may be. And I want to say this to say, like, if, my man is down or he has, like, he's down on hard times or whatever the case may be, nothing's gonna change.
That's different
for me. Like, we gonna try to figure it out. Whatever.
Everybody has situations that affect them, but overall, if you can't manage money, you have a problem. Go ahead. So you said personality, money.
Yeah, and money is like a blanket, but there's just so many different areas. Like, are you good with money? Do you actually have money to be good with money? Like, there's so many different things. It has nothing to do with like, oh, like he need to be buying me this, he need to be doing that. It's not even about that. Like, okay. I just want you to know that you have the ability that, say we want to invest or something like that. Like, we have that together.
We can work on that.
We could work on something, like,
okay,
you know what I'm saying? So I did personality, money. I'm gonna go with loyalty.
Loyalty is third on the spectrum over money. Okay, I'm not changing the answer. Go ahead, loyalty.
Yeah.
Or
I'm gonna go with loyalty, and I'm gonna go with size and then looks.
Okay. So it's just this is just like a switch in there, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that. I could definitely see that.
That was tough, you guys.
Because you have to weigh these things when you're dating or whatever. So
yeah, I'm not saying I don't know what, like. I think levels of loyalty change based on where you're at with that person. That's why I just kind of want to I didn't want to throw it in there. Like, I
think when I say loyalty, I mean, even if you oppie to your friend, yeah, that's unloyal. I don't want that. I don't.
Okay.
I don't like people who
your deadbeat dad.
Not interested. Like stuff like that.
You're not even loyal to your kids. Like yeah, I feel that.
We are not on the same page. We're not on the same page. You talking mad shit about no. Right. No. So, for me, that was my list. And the last thing I think we should talk about is the situation with Chris Brown and the NBA. I just have one thing to say on this. Okay, you guys know that y'all don't want to have it. Like, I don't know how this happens. How do you guys get past a point where y'all invite somebody somewhere and then decide after the invite that you don't want them there?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's crazy. Okay. We know he got a past or whatever, and great. Wonderful. He has a past. Not wonderful. Okay, he has a past. But I don't think that you guys should be inviting him somewhere and then reneging that invite. That's not okay. That's corny, and you guys are being malicious, and that's not okay. Like, y'all been doing it for a number of events and stuff, and I understand y'all don't want to fuck with him. If y'all don't fuck with him, just don't fuck with him. But stop
that shit with him and Ciara. I know that really hurt him. They were supposed to do the Michael tribute. Oh, he would have killed that.
He's ready working on it. Oh no, you think it's okay? But y'all don't have to do that to him. I understand he got a pass or whatever. Whatever the case may be, you guys do not have to agree with him. But y'all also do not have to make shit harder for him. Just don't invite him. That's it. Just don't invite him.
I've always stood on this. Like, if Rihanna could forgive him, I don't see why anybody else can. And people are like, oh, but he did something to Karrueche. It's like, bro, like, just let's just move on. Like, there's so many people. Charlie Sheen was out here giving bitches AIDS. And he got $1 million an episode. Ain't nobody stop his motherfucking shine. And he literally put niggas' lives in complete and utter jeopardy. So I'm just saying, sometimes I just think that we should just let things go. And I also think that some things, I just feel like we should just remember them as an artist and just focus on that.
I think we would be hypocritical if we said that. I think it would be hypocritical for me to say, like, separate the artist from their music when they're...
No, I'm saying in this instance.
Oh.
Just for him. I'm not saying, like, everybody else. Like, I'm not saying, like, a R. Kelly or whatever the case may be.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I can't say that for him and then do it for others. It's kind of hypocritical.
No, I think it's situational. Because why I listen to Chris Brown's music. He had domestic... I've never had any domestic situations, and I'm not trying to diminish them, but he had domestic situations. I mean, I get and his abusers have forgave him. Why the fuck am I holding on to a grudge? He ain't beat me.
You actually have a point. I guess based on what your morals and beliefs are, that's how you should, I guess.
Yeah, but like, for example, like with R. Kelly, he literally was touching on kids, like people that really didn't have a voice. And so to me, I will be that voice and not and make sure that he doesn't get any of my money off of listening to his shit. Do I miss listening to his music? Yes, but I understand that people were hurt by this man, and I just think that in a way that, I don't know. I'm not saying one is worse than the other, but I'm just saying that kids are a different story, and I'm just going to hold it at that. Mm-hmm. R. Kelly's totally different from Chris Brown. I'm not going to try to compare the two.
They're not the same. They're not the same. I would never say that. I'm just saying, like, because there's other artists that I do that with. But anyway.
We wrapping up.
I don't really have any last words. The only thing I have to say is, anybody got any suggestions about me gaining some weight in regards to working out? Because I was working out so freaking much that I'm starting to lose weight, and I want my weight. Like, it's not that I look bad or anything. I look wonderful. I look amazing, but I still want certain things. Like, I just don't want to lose too much weight, and I feel like I have a hard time keeping up on my calories. So I just need help with, if anybody has any suggestions about, like, how to keep me, like, eating or whatever so I don't lose weight, because I'm burning off my muscle at this point. So but yeah, that's the only thing I have. Do you have any last words?
I will give a suggestion, no cardio, but I'm moving on.
Okay, that's fine.
That's just my little suggestion. I don't know what else y'all got to say.
I might not do cardio for a while.
No, I don't have anything to say, you guys. Yeah, stay black. The fuck?
Yes, we got to finish up Black History Month. But thank you guys. Have a good day. Follow us on all socials at Heard You Sis. And we love you. Bye.